What's up, people? Can't believe it, right? But it's time for another edition of the MOGUL Blog. Like I said, I'm just being in a different place, you know what I mean? And I'm in PA. I can't believe it. It's crazy. I was actually watching a bunch of my older blogs, and I was just looking at the different places where I was at, from being in like one time in the McDonald's and shit, and to the place where I was at, to the room, to all types of random locations. I mean, even back to when I was with my ex in Queens. So all these places I had recorded blogs in, and it's like now, oh shit, I'm recording it from my own shit, my shit, nigga, mine. I think it would be tone deaf and insensitive for me to record this blog and kind of be self-centered and just talk about myself when there's so much going on in the world right now, as it has been, So I ain't gonna say too much about me. I'm just glad I'm out here. God is great, you know what I'm saying? Grateful, you know what I'm saying? I feel blessed, you know what I mean? It's been a long road, you know what I mean? It's been a long road, and I don't even want to get into detail. Maybe on another blog, another time, but I've been through a lot, you know what I'm saying, to say the least. So I'm glad to be here right now. I guess so. With that said, man, this world is still crazy. The racial tension is only building up, and it's not even tension anymore. It's kind of to the point where it's like the pot is boiling over, and there has to be a real change in the way that these police officers are being trained in handling minorities, period. I was just on Instagram and seeing a video of a white man basically attacking the cops and walking to his car, and they tried to tase him, but they did not riddle that man with 7 bullets like they did the man in Wisconsin. Excuse me for not having his name handy. I believe it's James Blake or something like that, but they shot that man 7 times going in his car while he was not a threat, while he was walking away in front of his children. And I say it like this: all of this, those things they're done for a reason, because they want you to fear the cops. It's not just one officer or who's bad. It's just the way that they're trained to deal with black men, black people in general, but more so black men. We are a threat. We are endangered species. We are hunted. We are hunted, murdered, slain in broad daylight. In that instance, in the car, in front of his children, just hunted, while the man wasn't a threat. So his children are now going to be in fear of the police, because look what the police did to my daddy. I can't even imagine that. They do this when Mike Brown was shot, which seems like so long ago, but when Mike Brown was shot, he was shot and left in the street with blood streaming from his forehead. And his body was left in that street for hours as a form of fear. Scare people. Scare black people. This is what the police can do to you. Be afraid of us. And that's what they do, and that's what they have been doing since Rodney King. Now, Rodney King, of him getting his ass beat, looks like nothing compared to what we've been seeing over the past couple of years. And if things aren't being recorded, we don't even know they're happening. So last night, the NBA, they canceled their games. Selfishly as an NBA fan, and wanted to just sit here and watch basketball like everybody else and see what's going to happen with the playoffs and my Celtics and what have you. It's actually, the game's been actually entertaining. I stand with what the NBA players are doing. You know, nothing changes until something changes, and you have to make change. We are in a very pivotal point of time where we have to just show we tired of it. We done with this bullshit. You know, Tupac said, we're going to ask and knock on the door and ask for sugar. We're gonna knock nicely and ask for sugar, and then we ain't gonna get it, or money, whatever. I don't want to misquote him, but we'll knock. We'll knock nicely. We'll ask nicely. We'll get turned away. We might knock a little bit more aggressively and ask a little bit more aggressively. But at the end, when we're not getting what we want, which is our change, which is social justice, which is to be treated equally as black people, we are going to come in and we're going to bust that door down. We're taking the door off the hinges, and we like, give us our shit. And that's where we're at as a country right now. That's where we're at as a people. We're to the point where we didn't ask you nicely a bunch of times. We can't. We tried. We tried to be nice. We tried to turn the other cheek. We tried to do all that shit. But we can't do that no more. It's just point blank period what it is. We just can't. So nothing changes until something changes. So all the sports people and all the games, you know, you have to take money out of the white man's hands, and money is power. And all the advertising laws, I don't know if y'all watch the NBA games, but it's a big commercial. You know, yes, they have the Black Lives Matter on the court, and they have you know, but it's still NBA venues, as they always been, a big commercial, from the Budweiser to this to that to what's on the backdrop. All of that is advertising. Advertising space. Companies are paying millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to advertise. And without them games in the playoffs, and basically a lot of us in the streets opened up a little bit, but a lot of us is home looking for that. They lost that money. Y'all dead on that. The NFL got to follow suit, you know. But the NFL is the most racist corporation outside of golf, you know. And those NFL players are basically been treated as slaves and being paid a couple of dollars. You know, that's why they have non-guaranteed contracts. And they could go out there and tear their knee up or have some season-ending injury, and then the owners are not going to pay them that guaranteed money. Now, see, some players like Patrick Mahomes, a couple of players that got some guaranteed money, but it is rare. I think Odell Beckham wasn't even getting a guaranteed contract. You know, he's getting like, you know, he'll sign like for 5 years, whatever, $40 million. But then it's like, it's non-guaranteed. They do that so they can keep release. So if Odell Beckham runs and he tears his ACL and he can't run and do the shit that he's been doing, or he's out for a year, then they could devalue him, and then they could pay him, you know, the minimum, like $3 million. Like, not that that's a little, but that's what they do, you know. But NFL has to follow suit. Everybody has to follow suit, man. Those officers, I want to wake up today. I want to just see that they were charged with murder, period. You know, don't play the what if game. Don't play the what if he went into the car and got a gun. You shot that man 7 times. You know, you're a police officer, and you're there to protect and serve. You're not there to hunt and kill. And this goes even to George Floyd and so many black men that we seen. I'm tired of it. I don't speak upon it all the time. I don't post on my Facebook about it. I just kind of just be like, I just shake my head. Like, it's just too much. And me as a black man who moved to I'm in Trump country, you know what I'm saying? Trump town. Because there's people out here with flags that have Trump up, like Trump 2020 up. It's crazy, you know, and it's sad that you have to equate Trump lovers and the American flag with racism. But and the American flag should be a symbol of freedom for everybody, you know. But when I see the American flag around here, I don't think of freedom. I think of white racists, because that's what it is out here. And they just smile in your face and all that shit. But the racism is real, you know what I'm saying? But these Trumpers are out here for real, you know. Me as a black man, I just move the way I move. I move the same way I used to move on 169 in Washington. I move the same way out here, you know. I know how to move, you know how to move in a room full of vultures, man. There's a Jay-Z line for everything in life. Trust and believe me. But I hope us as a people that we do better. I hope that I hate even saying the word hope, but change has to happen, and we have to start the change. Like there's rioting and things, and I get riots. Riots is the voice of the voiceless. You know, rioting has been going on for hundreds of years, at least for 100 years, if not, you know, and that's for the people to speak. Now, looting is a different thing. Can't agree with it, but we got to take money out of these people's pockets for them to feel it. And that's the only way you're going to enact change, because, again, money is power. So everything comes down when you destroying businesses. And I'm not saying this to advocate for people to go out there and riot, but when you're doing those things, you're hurting people, you're hurting businesses. Unfortunately, at the same time, if you burn a business down, people are losing jobs, and the joblessness rate is ridiculous right now. So I feel bad for those people who depended on them checks and things like that. But again, we have to, nothing changes unless something changes. That's it, man. That's my rant. That's my blog for today. Next time I have something else I'll talk about, but my mind is blown right now. You know, I woke up just like, yo, this shit is crazy. And we gotta get it together. People, humanity, not black people. The world has to get it together. And actually, I'm gonna say this. We're no better. And I'm not on my All Lives Matter shit, because that's bullshit. But we can't be going out there hunting and killing our own, man. Like, we just can't. And I understand how the streets move and everything like that, but it's been so many senseless murders, because y'all shooting everybody. Y'all it ain't a fight, and I'm gonna shoot him in his leg. Like, niggas is out there trying to shoot niggas in their head and get them the fuck up out of here. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know street shit like that, but I know the streets. And it's like, I understand how shit move, and you gotta do what you gotta do sometime. But nigga, y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? We've been saying this for years, you know what I'm saying? And we can't go out and shoot and kill everybody, my nigga. Like, we're taking our own off of this fucking planet. Like, we all we got. We're all we got. You know, I seen so many senseless murders, killings, women, black men. It's just ridiculous. You know, we in bad times, man. This is dark times. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we come back to this shit in a year. You know, YouTube hopefully be around. We watch this shit like, yo, remember that? You know, but right now we ain't there yet. We have a long way to go as a people. We have a long way to go as a country. I predict the Civil War. I predict it. It's probably months away, but I believe we're gonna have a civil war. It's more of us than them. Just know that. Just know that it's more of us than them, and we have the power. But we just instead of having that crab in a barrel mentality, where we're always trying to kick each other down to get ourselves up, we have to want to lift each other up. You know, because again, we got, people. You know, I've been out here for 3 days, 2 days, I don't know, 2-3 days now, and it's like the couple of brothers, black people that I met has always been on some, yo, what's good? Like they want us to stand together, because it's a lot of them and it's very little of us. But we don't have that mentality in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too much of us. You know. We gotta get it together, people. Man, I said this in a previous vlog. I pray for humanity. We already have a pandemic, and then we're about to have more riots and wars, but I just pray for humanity. So, hate for it to be a somber mogul vlog, especially when I'm having like a joyous occasion just to finally have my spot. But we're gonna get it together, and I'll talk to y'all soon.